Welcome back to Exploring Whiskeys. Again, I'm Eric.
I'm Kevin, and today we have a special edition of Kentucky Owl.
It's St. Patty's Day.
This is the St. Patrick's edition. Kentucky Owl has been around for a pretty long time. I think they are a sorcerer blender. I don't believe they make their own whiskey, and it's usually pretty good stuff.
Yep.
They decided this year, and this is the first year they did it, and I have no idea if they're going to continue to do it, but they decided to do it this year. They released a St. Patrick's edition, and it's a partnership with their master blender, which is John Ray. I'm going to go with Ray. And I don't even know what this means, but it's an Irish whiskey bonder. Louis McGuane. I don't know what a bonder is. So, I don't know how, I'm not sure.
They tried to make the cork fancy.
Yeah, they added a little cap to it. But the weird part is I'm like, oh, all right, so maybe it's got some Irish whiskey in it.
Or finished in an Irish whiskey.
It's a straight
Oh, it's
bourbon.
bourbon, yeah.
So it can't be straight bourbon if it's finished in something without saying that it's finished in something. So I don't understand. I don't know what they're doing.
It's all marketing.
Yeah, well, so that's the
something
kicker.
new.
I mean, everybody, well,
Something different.
in America, St. Patrick's Day is a drinking holiday. Now,
It's like Cinco de Mayo.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, we celebrate it for totally the wrong reasons and drink. That's kind of how that works. But usually it's Irish whiskey that you would go after, not bourbon. Well, whatever. So it's a blend of straight bourbons.
That was their way of selling bourbon over here. It's a St. Patty's Day bottle.
Yeah, I guess.
An expensive one.
Not a cheap bottle. Well, nothing from Kentucky Owl is a cheap bottle, but this guy was MSRP'd around $135. Oh, speaking of $135, we got to thank Mr. Adam Morgan again for sharing more of his wonderful whiskey collection. He definitely goes out of his way to make sure that we get to sample everything and we get to review it on the show. So thank you, Adam. It's not a overwhelming nose. It's a little muted down, but it's not bad. There's nothing. I've not gotten any bad notes from this. It's just a little bit muted.
Sweet.
A little bit of sweetness, a little bit of proof, a little bit of
It's
maybe like an oaky
100
note.
proof. Yeah, I just get sweet and I can't pinpoint what it is. I just smell sweet.
See what it tastes like.
A lot of vanilla. Caramel.
Caramel, really, really strong caramel too. Wow.
That's good.
A little bit of a proof, like impact, but not like a harsh burn to it. Just warmth from that, and a hug.
I didn't get any of that.
Oh, I got it just came down like the very back. Very nice. So on the website, did go on the website, and so they do say it's 4 to 8 year old bourbon.
Okay.
It's not no age statement on the bottle, but it does say straight bourbon, so it has to be at least 4 if there's no age statement. And then the mash bill doesn't say anything about that. On the website, it does mention high rye bourbon and wheated bourbon. So this is a 4 grain. So that's kind of an interesting, I think probably something slightly different for Kentucky Owl. I don't think that they're all 4 grains. But yeah, it did say that it was, there's some very old whiskeys, so that's probably the 8-year-old bourbons. And then there's some high rye to add a little spice and those flavors. And then there's a wheated for a sweeter, rounder thing. Like it kind of talks about how they chose to blend
bonding is, because on the back it says this St. Patty's Day edition brings together the traditional bonding skills of selecting rare whiskey barrels and unique flavor profiles.
And that's all that Irish bonder.
Yeah.
Yeah, Irish whiskey bonder. I don't know what that, I don't know.
Look that one up.
Don't know?
Never heard of it.
Never heard that job description.
I wonder if there's any openings.
The nose, the ethanol is about, like sweet ethanol is really all I got on the nose. There's just not much coming through.
Ooh, that second That second sip was even sweeter. Still got the vanillas and the caramels, but man, sugary sweet.
So I did a little chewy, and there's a spice when you chew on your tongue. Like your tongue gets all tingly. It's not bad. It's not like crazy pepper spice. It's just tingly spice. But there's sweetness, the caramels, a little citrus note maybe in there. But the finish is really nice, and yeah, I still get like just a nice little warmth coming down the chest.
I get the tingle.
You got the tingle?
The gum,
The
on
tingle.
my gums.
Yeah,
my teeth.
yeah. Like antiseptic type feeling. All right. No idea what water's going to do, but as of right now, I kind of like that. Neat. That's pretty good.
Which way do you think it's going to go?
Well, at first, I think the proof is going to just off-gas a bunch because I just think that's going to come through. I'm going to say that the rye spice is going to kick up just a little bit.
Okay.
But I'm hoping
it gets sweeter.
that the wheat and sweet comes through stronger. That's what I'm hoping. But my first thought is some of that rye spice is going to come up.
I got the rye.
Yeah, but
It's
it's a sweet rye.
Yeah, but the level of sweetness I got before we did water, not even close.
But it went from like a sweet proof with no water to now it's a sweet rye.
More rye.
More rye. Not overpoweringly more, but if you A/B it, there's definitely a difference. There's way more rye.
There's
all
more
the sweet
heat
notes
on the back end too,
and all the sweet notes are still there. I still get like a sugary, powdered sugar type
but
note.
not as creamy.
I would agree. I would agree with that. Not as creamy. The oil levels definitely kicked off. Came down a little bit. Neat is the way I would prefer this, but cool bottle. I like the idea. Again, no idea what an Irish Bonder does, but you know that's kind of fun. I like the fact they did.
When we're done with this episode,
They got they put like a cool little copper top to it. That's kind of nice. Just a nice little effect. It's solid. Is it 135 solid? No. Is it
80?
halfish that? Yeah, I was gonna say like 70, 80 bucks. Yeah, that's about the right ballpark for 100 proof. No real age statement on that. It's a little it's a little overpriced. So I have no idea if they're going to do it again. This is the first year. They just released it February of 2022 for St. Patty's Day in March.
I bet they do it again.
I'm sure it at least raised enough people's attention. So
Or maybe they'll do the Cinco de Mayo.
maybe next year. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know about that one. But what was the other thing? Oh, the Wiseman's bourbon. They released a Wiseman, I think it was last year. Apparently that did not turn out very good and was still premium priced the way the Kentucky Owl prices.
Some of those higher ends, I have a hard time. How does that? Obviously, there's multiple people sampling that before it's bottled.
Yeah. Yeah. If I'm going to charge $135, like it's going to be, this is like magical almost. At some point, we're going to have a conversation with someone who like runs a distillery and like understand the economics of it. I would love that because I'm a big old finance nerd. So I'd love to have that conversation, but I can't justify $135 for that. 70, 80 bucks, totally justifiable.
Well, I mean, again, it probably depends on the size of the distillery. At some point, you can't sit on it any longer. You gotta cut your losses.
Gotta move barrels, yeah.
It's not like a Jim Beam where last year they didn't like the Bookers.
Yeah, they didn't like the third batch,
the third quarter, so it got blended in with something else.
Yeah.
More than likely.
Yep.
But they can do that.
Yeah, they have the volume to pull that off. You know, you go back to the nose, it moves back towards the sweeter side. Oh. It's not as sweet as, well, no, the nose was a little bit muted. Flat. Now I've actually got a nose. Ooh, that one was a little buttery. Anyway, whatever.
It's all
You
coming
can keep
back.
picking out like little notes. Yeah, I wonder if the water just took a while to kind of mingle and settle. And officially, if you add water, you should wait like 5 to 10 minutes before to let it all actually mingle. And
Which we
we
did
don't.
not.
We put it in there, shake it for like 20 seconds, and go.
Big thanks to Adam for
Yeah.
letting us sample it on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Adam.
So, well, I'm sure we'll come across another.
Yeah, I think there's. Yeah, they're going to keep experimenting and doing different things. Pretty solid.
Yep. Well, hopefully the next one's not as high rye for you.
Agreed.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. So, all right. Well, Kentucky Owl Bourbon St. Patrick's Day edition in the books. Yeah, back to your point. It's decent bottle. Just I think it's just a smidge overpriced.
Yep.
Probably push more of it if it was below 100.
Agreed. I think more people
Even if
will
you
pull
just-
that trigger.
Just get just below 100.
Yeah. If you're just going to go splurge to, I got to get something to drink for St. Patty's Day, dropping $135 probably isn't in most people's budget. Splurging at $70 or $80 for a cool bottle, a special bottle, maybe. Yeah, sure.
$135 for a really nice bottle of Irish whiskey for St. Patty's Day. Yes.
Maybe. Depends on the Irish whiskey.
So, all right. Well, this one's in the books.
Yep.
So we hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, we would really encourage the support. Hit that like button at the bottom of the screen.
And subscribe. You hit that little subscription thing that helps us grow the channel, gets out in front of a few more people, and we'd really appreciate it.
Yep. Again, we're always looking for suggestions. So if you've had a different bottle of Kentucky Owl that we maybe get our hands on, we'd love to sample on the show.
Yeah, let us know. Love to hear from you.
Thanks for watching.
See you on the next episode.
Cheers.
Cheers.